Alright, I've got a Pi Pico 2040, and I'm going to use the Arduino IDE, and I'm going to connect a liquid crystal display using I2C, okay? And then I'm going to monitor a pressure with it, and I have a transducer that's 0 to 15 psi, and it's good for 10 to 30 volts. I'm putting 24 volts through it, and then I have this little converter here. This converts the 4 to 20 milliamps out of the transducer to 0.66 to 3.3 volts, okay? The analog input on the Pi Pico is 3.3. On the Arduino, it's going to be 5 volts. But now, in order to convert the 4 to 20 to voltage, I have two 330 ohm resistors in parallel, and that makes 165 ohms. And if you take 165 times your 20 milliamps, you get your 3.3 volts. And if you take 165 times your 4 milliamps, you get 0.66 volts, okay? And then I've got a 10K resistor here, and that just acts as a current limiting resistor to protect the analog input is all. And I have a capacitor across there. In fact, I didn't put it in this one I just made, but you can add a little capacitor in there. Now, the Pi Pico, it's got a 12-bit analog to digital converter in it, and the Arduino is only 10 bits, okay? So in your code, you're going to have to change it from 10 bits to 12 bits. In order to do that, in the void setup, you put this right in here, just analog read, resolution, and then 12, okay? So you have to add that to make it a 12-bit analog. And then on the LCD here, we're going to connect that. The default pins for the Pi Pico are GP5 and 4, okay? And on the Arduino, it's analog pins 4 and 5, so it kind of makes sense there. There are other pins you can use for the SDA and SCL, but these are the default ones, and if you don't use those, you have to change it in the code to use the other ones. But that's what we're going to do for now, and then here's the formulas on how we calculate the current in that. But I've got here's a program here I wrote up, okay? So I'll put a link to this in the description too. So here we're just going to include wire, liquid crystal, okay? And then here's the address for the LCD, right? And then the analog pin is A0, and that corresponds to GP26 on the Pi Pico, okay? So then here's the analog read resolution 12. We've got to put that in there so we can have 12-bit resolution. And then we initialize the LCD and turn on the backlight on. And then we read the analog value, and it's going to be from 0 to 4095. Okay, and we put that in our analog value. And then we convert the analog value to voltage. And so float voltage is equal to the analog value times your 3.3 divided by 4095, okay? And then we're going to convert that voltage to current in the 4 to 20 milliamp range. So your float current is equal to your voltage divided by your resistance times 1000 to get your milliamps, okay? Now on the other sheet I had a different formula to convert voltage, but this one seems to be easy. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to map the current, the 4 to 20 milliamps, to 0 to 15 psi. So the float pressure is going to be equal to current minus 4 times 15 divided by 20 minus 4, okay? And that's going to convert the current to pressure, okay? And then here we're going to write it to the LCD, clear, set the cursor, print a V, print our voltage with 2 decimal places, then put another V after that. And then we set the cursor again and print a P, and then our pressure with 2 decimal places, and then PSI after that. And then we're going to delay for a half a second here. So we're going to take a look at it. So here's the unit here. And it's fluctuating around a little bit, but it's 0.66 volts there with nothing on it. Now I have this is my transducer I have on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to monitor the pressure in a can of soda, or in a bottle of soda. I got some Coke here, and we're going to see what pressure's in this thing. All right, there we go. Shake it up a little bit. Yeah, 2 pounds, 2 psi. This way we know if our soda is flat or not, you know. This will work on beer or champagne or anything you want. So it's going up to 2.6 psi, pounds per square inch. And yeah, it's working good. Oh, put the cork in there good, maybe it'll. So we'll see how it goes up. Shake it up a little bit. There we go. Can we get it up to 3 psi? Oh yeah. There we go. 3 psi. Okay. That looks like about what it's at. Anyway, so that's a Pi Pico. Whoop. It just popped out. Pressure went up, and so that's your Pi Pico with using the analog IDE and a pressure transducer, and to check the pressure on a can of soda or a bottle of soda. So I just have a cork here that I'm putting it into. It popped out when I got over 3 psi. So anyway, that's all there is to it. Thank you.